radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening. Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Yeah, man. How you doing? How you doing? Today's Thursday, January 21st, 2021. We are live. We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black. For KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the planets. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? All right. Tonight is another Fadernight because it is Thursday. Open lines all night long. The call-in number is 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. I'll open up the phone lines at the bottom of the hour. And today is 1/21/2021. Any significance to that? Nobody's brought that up. Nobody's talked about it. Nobody's tweeted about it. Nobody's posted about it. Nobody's mentioned. I just don't get it. 1/21/2021. That's a crazy number. 01/21/2021. It's a crazy number. There's got to be something to it. All of you numerologists out there, all of you specialists, right? 1/21/2021. Come on, man. That's just trippy even to look at. Today is 1/21/2021. You'll never say that again. Well, you won't say any date again once the next day is here, but 1/21/2021. That's pretty heavy. It's a heavy number. Or is it a light number? That's my question to everybody. Is there any significance to that? 1/21/2021. All right. Well, we'll be taking your phone calls tonight. Let's see. Next one in 1,000 years is a palindrome. Is it? Well, a palindrome. 1/21. So one. Oh, yeah, going the other direction. Oh, crap. Is that right? 1/21. Oh, what? It is. It's almost a palindrome. It is. Okay, so if we flip those numbers around and we go 1 2 0 2 1 2 1 1, so it could be 1/21. Oh man, that is trippy. It's close. I had to punch it into my keyboard just to look at it. Yeah, that's a pretty trippy number. 121. 2021. Okay. All right. I'll discuss all of that. Surely somebody out there knows. Yeah. The Bernie memes. Okay. As promised, I popped out a couple of things on social media today, watching all the Bernie memes, which were creeping in last night. And I've got a confession to make. Last night during the show, Rita texted me a Bernie meme that she did. And it's in my phone, and she said, too soon, right? And put a question mark by it. I looked at it and said, man, that's funny. And the next thing you know, right, the Bernie memes are out with the mittens. And they were all over the web today. Everybody was in on it. It was a lot of fun. So I put together a collection. I went around and grabbed stuff. I've got about 75, I think is the number. I've got 75 memes that I collected that I thought were really, really funny. And I'm sure that you guys have got more, and they're going to be popping up. And, Game of Thrones. A lot of Game of Thrones Bernie memes, a lot of Muppet memes, too, as well. And just some great stuff. Very creative. So we've got those coming all night throughout the show. And we'll be popping those up at... 4 at a time in Twitter. And if you want to check that out, follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. And where's Bernie? Is he in this mess? Oh, man. That's good. Okay. That's too distracting for me during the show. Is he in here? All right. I see him. I think I do. Okay. That's funny. Okay. All right, Jeremy. You got me on that one. Let the Bernie memes fly. Go ahead. Hashtag F2B. Pop them in there. And yesterday's date was a palindrome. 1/20/2020. Okay. Madeline. That one doesn't. 1/20/2021. Oh, if you go with 1/20/2021. Yeah. Okay. Is that right? See? You guys are so smart. Why didn't I mention this last night? I don't know why it caught my eye today. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Start there. Hashtag F2B is the sandbox right here in Twitter where the action is. We have the chat rooms open, one over at Spreaker and one over at KGRA The Planet. And hello to everybody on YouTube, Facebook, The Bunker Cam. How you guys doing? All right. Very excited. It's Thursday night. It's Fadernight. It's open lines all night long. And I know the Bernie gifts. I got a bunch of those today, too. That's pretty good. All right. Did you make that, Corey? Did you do that on your own, or did you steal that one? That's pretty good, too. All right. What is that? Bernie names. Okay. All right. Donnie, thank you for the video earlier that you posted of me playing guitar. That was pretty cool, man. I really dug that. Hashtag F2B. You guys can check all of that stuff out. KGRA are playing an old soul wandering show, so I had to get you on TalkStream Live. Really? Okay, that's interesting. So let's go over here and let's see if I can wrestle up right here. Okay. Rumor has it that I'm not playing right now on KGRA. What is going on? This is straight into the KGRA control room. Now, I don't play around. Let's see if I get a response back. And that came in from who sent me this tweet. That's pretty good. Let's see. Where did that go? Okay, well, see, Twitter, this is the thing, Race has the station. Let me contact him. Okay, so one of the producers is blaming Racy. Okay. All right. Okay. Thursday night, Fader night, open lines all line long, 747-228-2051. I want everybody to go to ConsciousLifeExpo.com. Conscious Life Expo is kicking off February 19th through the 21st. It's going down in 4 weeks. That's it. You've got to get your tickets now, get your passes now. Go over to Conscious Life Expo. I am hosting. And this amazing event, which is all virtual and online, was put together very quickly after the Hilton Hotel pulled the plug on the conference this year. And just like anything else, it's a fast-moving world out there with the pandemic and COVID and coronavirus. And we were trying to figure out a few different ways to do it. And at the last minute, boom. So we had to go and put together, okay, we're back live on KGRA. That's what KGRA is telling me right now. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. And see, I'm doing all this live. I run this show. You guys got to understand that it's very easy for me to do what I do in here. It looks technical, and, well, it is. But it's all smoothly set up. All I have to do is press buttons and everything fires off, right? But once the show is running, once we push it out and the video feed goes out and then the audio feed and the IceCast feed goes out to all of the different broadcasters, all the syndication, all the networks, that all happens conveniently with pretty much a click. I have to do a few because they're different networks and different types of feeds. But once it flies, once it's flying and done, right, I can do all of it centrally here. I don't have to have an engineer. I don't have to have anything going on. There are people on the other end receiving it and making sure things are going on. But it's you push it out, and then you're at the mercy of everything else and technology and things. But I am able to communicate with KGRA over here. I've got Drew on the fast track over here. If I got to reach out to a TalkStream Live, I can do that if anything isn't running. But I have to do it during the show. And you have to watch me do it live on the air. But if I've got to do it and somebody says, hey, the feed's not coming into KGRA, well, then boom. Right? And I wish you guys could see the studio. There isn't any way for me to do that because this camera, not this one, but this one is on a tripod and it's mounted behind the monitors. So I'll make this really quick. So this is the video feed coming into me. I can't pick up the tripod and like move the camera around. I can't do that. But I wish you guys could see it because it's pretty cool. It's just, right? All monitors all the way around me. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm going to get curved monitors. I think the next move is I want all curved. I can't curve but in front of me because I have 3 24-inch monitors here, and I'm thinking of replacing it either with 3 curved monitors or 2 big curved monitors and try to figure out a way to do it. But yeah, I think that's the next move. Yeah. All right. Where am I at? It's Thursday night. It's Fader night. It's open lines all night long. Let's get to the breaking news. Because with the new president comes a new design in the Oval Office, and alongside a bust of Martin Luther King Jr. and a portrait of Benjamin Franklin, President Joe Biden has made other crucial changes. That's right. He's ditched a little red button, speaking of the desk, right? The control room. He ditched a little red button that was in the middle of the desk that used to call a White House butler for Trump who would bring in a Diet Coke. he had a Diet Coke button on his desk. Now, and I read the press release on this. I thought, no, that just can't be true. So I did some investigating. But Biden ditched that little red button. And apparently President Trump, former President Trump, was a Diet Coke fanatic, reportedly drinking over 12 cans of Diet Coke a day. Explains a lot, doesn't it? Now, all of this, despite the fact that apparently Trump called Coca-Cola products garbage back in 2012. That's another story. In 2017, an Associated Press reporter, Julie Pace, wrote that when she was interviewing President Trump, the 45th president, he showed her the red button on the desk and said, hey, press it. So she presses it. Butler comes in. He's got a silver tray, not making this up, with a Diet Coke right in the middle of it. And she's impressed. She writes the article, right? But now that notorious Coke summoning button is no more. And a Thursday tweet today that went out by Times radio chief and political correspondent Tom Newton Dunn posted some pictures showing the Oval Office desk now and before with President Trump. So he's got Biden's desk, he's got President Trump's desk. And there it is, the red button next to Trump's office phones. Not making this up. It's right there. And Biden's desk is indeed missing, right? He doesn't have the red button. Yeah, Biden's new desktop doesn't have the... I'm not making this up, man. It's for real. I just couldn't believe it. All right, now, this is breaking news. Scientists at the Wuhan lab in China admitted being bitten while collecting samples in a cave, which is home to coronavirus-infected bats. One researcher said that one animal's fangs went through his rubber gloves like a needle. That's a quote. Staff inside the top-secret facility were also shown handling bats without gloves and working on live viruses without mask in an apparent breach of strict World Health Organization safety rules on PPE. All of this according to footage captured by Chinese TV. And that TV crew not only filmed it, but they broadcast it in, wait for it, 2017. Now, the revelations will raise further questions for the WHO team, which is investigating the origins of COVID-19 right now following months of wrangling with Beijing over access to the Wuhan site. Incredible. The pictures are incredible. The video is incredible. Let's get this show cracking. Happy birthday to today. Gina Davis is 65 years old. Beetlejuice. 65 years old. Billy Ocean. Today, man, that's a smooth dude. Billy Ocean today, 71 years old. And Rob Brill today is 65. Rob was the drummer in Berlin, and I toured with him for a year in with the band The Big F, one of the most talented drummers I've ever been exposed to. I don't know what he's doing today, but my best times with Rob was when he was on stage. Because when he was off stage, didn't like the guy. I said it. Cordell Crockett, another old friend of mine. I've known Cordell for, I don't even know how long I've known Cordell, of Ugly Kid Joe, bass player. Today, Cordell is 56 years old. Our dead guy's birthday today is Jam Master Jay. 1965 to 2002, died at the age of 37. DJ and producer of Run DMC, who became one of the biggest hip-hop groups and are credited with breaking hip-hop into mainstream music. Now, on Wednesday, October 30th, 2002, at 7:30 p.m., Jam Master Jay was fatally shot by an unknown person in a recording studio on Merrick Boulevard in Jamaica, Queens, New York. In 2018, I spoke about this on the show, Netflix released a documentary analyzing the circumstances of his murder called Remastered: Who Killed Jam Master Jay? Now, just recently in 2020, Ronald Washington and Carl Jordan Jr. were indicted for Jay's murder. On this day in history, OTD 2020. On this day, 1 year ago, the first U.S. case of the 2019 novel coronavirus, which causes the disease COVID-19, is confirmed in a 35-year-old man from Washington State, just outside of Seattle, after he returned home from a trip to Wuhan, China. On this day in 2020. Fader fact. All right. In Ireland, each person who becomes 100 years old on their birthday receives a letter signed by the president with a gift check of 2,540 euros. And that is your favorite. I don't know what the 2,540 euros, I don't know where that number came from, but you get to 100 and you get the letter in Ireland. Should do that here in the States. Tonight is another Fader night with open lines all night long. And the call-in number is 747-228-2051. Happy birthday, Gina. I know, right? Gina Davis. Gina Davis. Run TNC. That's funny. Eric, that's pretty funny. All right. All right, you guys. Let me hit this River Moon coffee. And let's see here. Hold on. Texts are coming in. Let's see. It is... no. Rita, the answer is no. Okay. All right. River Moon Coffee, rivermooncoffee.com. Listen, River Moon Coffee, rivermoonwellness.com, all of our Black Moon products, CBD, all of our Black Moon products are there. Serum. You've got, see this? The money face, right? Black Moon. All right. rivermooncoffee.com. Today I had some soup. I did. I had some soup. In fact, I had 2 bowls. And I caught myself doing this ritual that I do with soup. And I stopped and I thought about this for a second. Where did I get the ritual? And I remembered. And it goes back to Andy's Coffee Shop in Pasadena on Colorado Boulevard, still there. Andy's Coffee Shop, little coffee shop, is across the street from the place where I worked. And I had a coworker there. His name was Greg. And Greg was older than me, black, big, in shape, like football player guy. Just got out of college. And he would wear a suit every day to work. The only person, always, man, just always correct. Greg was correct. And I would go to lunch with Greg. I would have breakfast with him too, over at Andy's Coffee Shop. And we went over there like the first time in on a Friday. And Friday is clam chowder day and fish and chips in this coffee shop. And it was what turned out to be a tradition for me for years, fish and chips and clam chowder on Friday. I really look forward to this. But so I go in with Greg at lunch, and he would have these, and he would put his silverware in a spot and his and he would just always had this thing, and I would watch him. But I watched what he did with clam chowder and black pepper and the oyster crackers and this thing and this ritual, and I duplicated it. Well, after that, it was later on, like the next week, we're in there again, and it was chicken soup for lunch and a salad. And I ordered what he would, and I watched him go through this ritual with the chicken soup and the black pepper, and now not oyster crackers. Now he had the square saltine crackers, and how he cracked them over. He would pepper the soup first, and then crack the crackers over the top, and stir it up. And I imitated him. I'm 21 years old, and I did the exact same thing, and I have done it every time I have soup for the rest of my life, all the way to today. And I did it today. I imitated Greg. And I cannot eat soup or clam chowder without going through those rituals. Isn't that bizarre? This guy, Greg, who was older than me by probably 4 or 5 years, so he's probably in his mid-60s today. I have no idea where he is. I haven't seen him since probably 1987, and things. But do you have somebody that has influenced you like that, and you follow these rituals like for the rest of your life? Can you look back and pick somebody out? Something that you do today. I'm admitting it. It was Greg in Pasadena in 1984 that messed me up for the rest of my life. I cannot eat soup without going through these rituals. I will not eat soup without saltine crackers. I won't do it. Chili, saltine crackers. That's it. That's it. Clam chowder, black pepper over the top. It's this thing. Do you have something that you do today that you don't tell anybody about? You don't tell anybody where you picked up the habit, whatever it is, but you do it and you're happy about it. There you go. And I wanted to share that with you today. I had this moment. I remember one day I didn't have a car. I'm at the bus stop. And I'm going to work. It's like 7:30 in the morning, and I'm waiting for the bus. And who pulls up? Greg. And he had a Mazda RX-7. Pulls up to the bus stop. Hey, man. I said, what's going on? Come on, jump in. And there he is. He's in his suit, right? And we're driving to work. And the guy had style. And he just had a way of just handling himself and had it together. Greg, wherever you are, man, I never forgot you. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is Fadernight. It is open lines all night long. 747-228-2051 on the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet. I love what's going on in Twitter tonight. Hashtag F2B is the feed. I'll be right back after this short break with your phone calls. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. I'll be right back.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. KGRA Radio. Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com. Go Beckley Tappy.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRAradio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, folks. It's troubling times, and fear is pushing emotions, which in turn pushes health the wrong direction. Do you ever get an ache because life is uneasy? Try Life Change Tea at getthetea.com. Life Change Tea works on your digestive tract, helping to move food through quicker and comfortably so your health is spot on. Life Change Tea may not help with world issues, but it will help with your digestive issues. A glass a day helps keep the intruders away. So, change your life today. Log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. If your health game is off, get on by ordering Life Change Tea. Getthetea.com. And while you're on our site, look around at the great non-GMO organic supplements. And if you're a sales shopper, go to our specials page and see what's for you. I've been drinking the tea for 12 years and I'm sure glad for its health benefits. Again, that's getthetea.com. Getthetea.com. The tea that makes you go.
Fadernauts. When you think about the future of our country and where we're headed, do you wonder about the food supply? I do. Disruptions in the food supply chain could be disastrous, and they usually occur with little warning. That's why the smartest thing you can do today is to stockpile emergency food, water, and other essentials. I personally recommend My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, serving millions of customers for more than a decade. In fact, they're the only source my family trusts for our preparedness plan. You should too. Right now, save 20% off a full 4-week supply of delicious meals that provide 2,000 calories a day. Saving 20% helps too, doesn't it? Especially now. So go to preparewithjimmy.com and get ready. That's preparewithjimmy.com. There's no time to lose. Do it now.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the planet.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. All right. Thursday night, Fader night, open lines all night long. The call-in number, simple, 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. Phone lines are open. All right. Yeah, anything, uncensored, unscripted. That's it. That's what this show is about. It is truly the best night in all of talk radio and all of the world. Fade to Black, Fader night. All right, Rita just tweeted out, I'm going to retweet this. This is her, I think, this is Rita kicking off our night of Bernie. Okay. I believe this meme is Rita's very own. Okay, so I just tweeted that out. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. You can check it out. Hashtag F2B. And, oh, man. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Got so many memes, man. The internet went crazy today with it. Some of them are so funny. I mean, the Jay and Silent Bob is perfect. It's perfection. So that I think that was the first one that I saw. Today I posted out. Now listen, as I'm bringing in these calls, if you hear my voice, you're going to go on hold and listen to some music for a bit, but I'll bring you in. The Sopranos one with Paulie Walnuts in front of the Italian restaurant on the street. That just classic. Made me laugh. And that's like started to catch my eye, and I was watching everybody out there. Also, Ryan Sprague, if you're listening, I was watching your stuff today too as well. We've got some of your memes in our collection tonight that we're going to be popping out there, but Ryan lit it up. So there you go. All right, 747-228-2051. And I was talking about these weird habits, right, that you pick up from a friend and you just, you kind of steal it and and it becomes part of your life. There was another interesting thing that happened that I've never been able to shake over the years. But back in high school, I had a friend, his name was Walt. And one morning, and it was a strange thing, he said, hey, let's go to McDonald's for breakfast. And it was like before school. And I can't remember exactly how it went down, but we wind up at this McDonald's over at Cherry Tree Plaza next to our high school. And we order big breakfast from McDonald's, which has pancakes, bacon, a sausage patty, scrambled eggs, orange juice, coffee, whatever. And so we're sitting there at this table in McDonald's eating breakfast before school. I'm a senior. And I watched what he did, and he had this ritual. I had never eaten a McDonald's big breakfast that I remember at this point, let alone, obviously, he's been doing this for a while. He's got this ritual, and I watched him. So he took the sausage patty and cut it up with the little plastic McDonald's knife, cut it up into little squares, right? Line, spun it around. So now he's got a pile of little sausage squares. He takes the bacon with his hands, breaks it up into little bite-sized pieces. That's in a pile. He then takes the scrambled eggs, cuts through the scrambled eggs, like tic-tac-toe, cuts it in the squares, then goes and he gets the pepper packets, but he gets a couple of extra pepper packets, peppers the eggs, peppers the whole tray of stuff, not the pancakes, but puts pepper over the whole thing. And I'm just watching, right? Okay. I do that to my McDonald's big breakfast or just about any breakfast I get at a restaurant. The same exact way. Today, I go through that stupid thing that I got from my friend when we were 16 years old, seniors in high school, and it's stuck with me my entire life. It's just like this bizarre thing. And before that, no, it was not part of my life. After that morning, sitting there, I could see it like it was yesterday. I do it today. I'm giving credit to Walt. Can't say his last name. He's a successful business owner in Indianapolis, and I don't want that out on the air. So anyway, let's go to the phones. Let's see what's up. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. You're up first. Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Jamie? This is David from Georgia.
Hey, David. How are you tonight?
Me and Lori she's sleeping right now, and I'm on the phone with you. She's out like a light. Nothing too much, man. I if you look on Twitter, all the people following on YouTube and Spreaker, everything, look on Twitter. I just tattooed Fade to Black on my arm.
I just saw that.
I love you.
Listen, Dave. I saw this and I replied to the tweet. I said, "Is this you? What part of your body is this?"
It's my arm. It's my left arm, like on the inside of my arm towards my hand.
Man, you rock, man. You absolutely rock.
I thought of like a chemical compound, like to do it like that, F with like 2 power with the B at the bottom. I'm like, that looks like a compound, one of them square things out of all the other squares.
Yep. That's what it is. It's the fade to black formula. The fade to black formula.
Exactly.
You are out of control, David. This is really cool.
I love you.
Hey, we love you right back. And
I love the family of all of it. It's amazing. Your whole family of everybody on all these different networks. I love you all. I mean, you guys speak to me nice. You guys are generous. It's just, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, man, for everybody and you, Jimmy.
And listen, David, take another picture that's in focus where you're not as excited,
yes, sir.
and send it to me.
Okay.
I'll post it all over social media, man.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Man,
that's awesome.
Man. That's it. I guess it's permanent. It's permanent.
It is, and I love it.
Our relationship is permanent. Let me tell you something. This is like the 3rd or 4th tattoo, fade to black tattoos, right? And that I've seen, and I remember the first time, and I think it was John Ledford. John, if you're listening, post your.
Yeah.
He's got the Jimmy skull. Right, the Jimmy skull,
man.
And so we were at a conference. We were somewhere, and he goes, "Man, I got to show this to you." And it's on the side of his leg, like his left leg.
Oh man,
and
that's awesome.
He pulls his sock down. I think he was wearing shorts, but we're at a campfire, and I went, "Dude!" He goes, "Yeah, pretty cool,
He's
huh?"
like, dude, yes.
I was like, "Oh man." And it really, how do I say this? It's an honor, right? I felt
so cool.
Yeah. It was just a weird thing. And he pulled up his sock, and I go, "No, man, leave the sock down. I gotta stare at that for a few minutes." But
it's cool because it's a part of you. It's a part of your legacy. It's your everything, Jimmy. And I know everybody that's tweeting, YouTube, and everything knows right now that they love being able to wait towards 9 o'clock. And it's like, yes, or no, not 9. Oh my God, 10 o'clock. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just messed up on the radio.
No, it depends it depends on what part of the country you're in. Yeah, so
right, I'm in Georgia.
Yeah, in Chicago, it's 9 o'clock. In Mountain Time, right. It's 8 o'clock. Pacific Time, it is. But where you are, it's 10 o'clock. But it's it's 9 o'clock to somebody.
That would have been if I put 10 o'clock on me or 9 o'clock on me, right?
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool, man. Hey, did you post any Bernie memes?
I didn't do no Bernie memes. I'm still like, because I know politics. Oh my God, everybody goes crazy, right? So I'm giving them the chance. You know what I mean? Thinking in my head like, okay, it's cool, right on. Hopefully it gets the stimulus, all that gets passed, and you know what I mean. A bunch of people get help that need help that literally are struggling right now. I was just like that not too long ago, and that $600 came on. That was everything to me.
Right.
And I got to pay some of my rent and whatnot, but I did not do no Bernie memes. For Biden, I did a Biden meme, but I also did a meme. I don't know if you remember seeing that. I don't always drink coffee, but when I do, it's River Moon.
Yes.
It's amazing because I love River Moon coffee. I do drink it, and I don't give it to my brother.
No, there you go.
That's the main thing. Oh my God.
Now, David, you called me with a question. What's your question?
Yes. Oh my God, man. Okay. Like I wanted to know, like, if you could ever go live with us, like doing like a paranormal thing at night or whatever, trying to catch orbs, anything like besides the radio station. Like if you could just go live for all of us, I guarantee you will have so many people clicking on that button to see like what's happening in real time, like real time playing guitar, anything. Because I've been wanting to see you play guitar so bad. And I'm a drummer, and you could have me anytime, man. I'm there.
Right,
I'm
right.
there.
I have I've thought about that of something, and I think that we should think about doing this, but where Friday or Saturday night. I sneak on and just do an impromptu live broadcast, for an hour or two.
Oh my God, that would be so cool.
I mean,
oh my God.
and so, I don't want to say that I'm going to do it because it needs to be a surprise.
Right.
But I think I think there's something like that in the future where we just come in and just roll it. You know what we used to do?
So cool.
This is what we used to do years ago. This is a long time ago. I think we should do this again, which is we used to have drive-in movie night on Saturdays.
Oh, my God.
So
outside on the big screen.
Yeah. So, what we would do is we had a secret room on the website, invitation only, and we would get 100 Fadernauts in there.
Right on.
And we'd watch a movie and then talk smack throughout the whole movie. And we would play these B movies, and we had a chat room, and we did this for probably a year or longer.
Oh, that is awesome.
We would watch these UFO B movies from the 1950s and just talk smack. It was great.
Just go on it, yeah.
Yeah, we should do it again. Hey, listen, take another.
Jimmy,
yes.
I'm sorry. I'd have to ask you, is there any way I could get an autographed picture or something from you at all? I don't know how I go about it and what to do.
Shoot me an email.
You, man, and I love your show. It saves me, man.
Shoot me an email, David. I'll send something out.
Yes,
okay?
Sir.
All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And you have a beautiful night. And everybody across all networks, I love you. This is David Walker, Jimmy Church with the Game Changer Network. Go Beckley Teppy. I love you, Jay.
Right on, David. Thank you so much. I'll post a new picture, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll talk to you. Have a great weekend. Give my best to Lori.
Yes, sir. You too.
Right on.
Bye-bye.
Right on. That's a great phone call right there. And David and Lori from Georgia. But that's a great phone call. And the tattoo is excellent. And I need a better picture. So, David, I know you're listening right now. Post another picture nice and clear, and we'll get that out there for everybody. I want everybody to see it. It's an excellent tattoo. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Denver from Montana.
This is Denver from Montana.
From Montana.
How you doing? How you doing, man?
Last week.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Denver Atkinson Jr.
Mm-hmm.
That's my real name.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going, Jimmy Church? Sorry, I was all scatterbrained last week, all across the board. I was just so excited to talk to you.
It's all right, man. It was.
Right now I'm on.
It was a great phone call. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm actually on the border of Montana and Wyoming at a bar called Parkman Bar. My significant other is from the Crow Reservation in Montana, and so that's where I'm down in Crow right now, and we're just now getting done eating.
Oh, right on, man. Right on.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the medicine wheel they have right here in the Bighorn Mountains?
I've been to different medicine wheels. I haven't been to that one. Is it cool? How big is it?
It's pretty ancient. I'm not sure how big of a cross it is, but it's ancient, and it goes along with one of the 7 rights that was given to the Lakota people by the White Buffalo Calf woman.
Well, that's my question. Have you done the ritual?
I have done the Sundance once, yes.
Oh, man.
I have to do it 3 more times.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
The medicine wheel is pretty cool. It's awesome. I think the natives had it right. You know what I mean? The first people.
Yeah, I've done one. It wasn't an actual pure Native American ceremony in the medicine wheel. It was a more modern ceremony.
Awesome.
But I got to tell you,
that is awesome.
It's powerful, man. It's powerful.
Yes, it is. Yeah, And so that happens at the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. You know?
Yeah.
And long time ago, when the natives all got together, when it was right here, freaking where I'm at, they got together, and then this is when Custer hits the Lakota people for the third time in a row. And they were just getting done with church, basically, the most holiest of ceremonies. The Battle of Little Bighorn happens.
Yeah, man.
And so you ever think about what really happened there? You know, freaking with Custer chasing the Lakota people all the way across, hitting them on the Powder River, the Tongue River, and then the Little Bighorn River here. And see, the Dakota people, Nakota people, they never did sell their land, I guess, the Black Hills and stuff. And they weren't supposed to be going in there, the white people, and they were taking gold out of there. And now somehow they got their hands on this gold, and they were trying to tell on them, basically, look, here's the proof they're taking gold out of our land. They knew that yellow metal made the white man crazy, you know, and here was Custer. They were trying to cover this up by catching up to him and getting this gold back.
Yeah,
it's a whole part of history nobody's told.
Yeah, and let me tell you something that I just recently saw. I watched a documentary, a movie about different reservations, different tribes of young Indian musicians playing with their rock and roll bands, right? All around.
Yep.
And I was watching this, and it was absolutely incredible. How and this is what was so moving for me. For the rest of the country, the rest of the world, right? We don't visit the reservation. We don't know about what happens because it's not part of our lives, right? The life goes on, and watching these young kids with their bands, you know, playing and rocking it out. Some of it was really metal too, man. It was really cool. But it was just so moving, and I watched it like 3 times. And there were a couple of these bands, they were all great, but their dedication to it, but they're on the reservations where they're not out, you know, they're not going to the clubs in Hollywood. They're not going to the clubs in New York, but they have the internet. They have, you know, radio. They have the music that they like, and they are out there doing their own thing, man. It was very, very cool. Listen, DJ, I gotta head to a break.
I love you, Jimmy Church.
Yeah. What's your?
You're awesome, bro.
What's your better half's name?
Lucille Plentyhawk.
Lucille Pennyhawk. Man.
Plentyhawk.
You got. Say it again.
Plentyhawk.
Lucille Plentyhawk. That is just.
There you go. Yes, sir.
That is just amazing to me.
Her first language was Crow, and second language was English, actually.
Really? Yeah. So she can whip out the Crow right now.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Man.
Yeah. She's in the bar though. She's at the bar.
Tell her.
I'm on hold with Jimmy Church.
Tell her I said yo. You guys go have a great evening.
I will,
have a great time and have a great, amazing weekend. All right.
Thank you. You too, sir. We love you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Look forward to talking to you again.
Right on, DJ.
Okay, God bless.
Behave and be well.
Yes, sir. I will. Peace. Jimmy.
Peace. That's a great phone call right there. And how cool is Thursday night Fadernight? Right there. Those 2 phone calls back to back to open up the show. How cool is Fadernight? Thursday night, right here. That's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. And nobody talked about habits that they've picked up. But wow. Okay, I am going to head towards a break, and I'm getting visited by Rita. She never walks in during the show. What's going on? What's going on, Ree? She says it's break time. Rita, is here in the studio. Should I take a picture of her? No, I shouldn't. No, just roll to the commercial. She wants me to roll to a commercial. I got the feeling it's like the principal coming in to your classroom, and everybody is like, uh-oh. So we'll find out. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight, 747-228-2051. It's Bernie Meme Night over on the Sandbox. Hashtag F2B. Go and check that out. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. The Breakfast Club memes are really, really cool, too, as well. And you can also check out David's tattoo. It's right there in the Twitter feed. I'll be right back. This is Fade to Black. Stay with us. 747-228-2051.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I am a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer, Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black, on the Game Changer Network and the KGRA Digital Broadcast Station.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier.
And this is Ari Gold.
We're the Honey Brothers.
Yes. You want We are of the Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And I'm Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. And you're listening to Jimmy Church. The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernight by just going to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black, across the globe on the Game Changer Radio Network and the one and only KGRA Radio, The Planet.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fader Night. Open lines all night long. I'm in a great mood. Let's do this. 747-228-2051. And we're running all the Bernie memes tonight. And if you've got your favorite, Alex Bailey, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All the Bernie memes are up. Hashtag F2B is the sandbox on Twitter, and you can go and check those out. We'll have them flying through the entire show. All right, 747-228-2051. Open lines all night long. Uncensored, unfiltered, unscreened. Your calls. UFOs, the paranormal, supernatural, conspiracy, time travel, lost history, food, music, guitars. Whatever's on your mind. That's what we do here on Thursday nights. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy. It's Carrie in Palm Springs. How are you?
Hey, Carrie. How are you?
I am fantastic. Happy 2021.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so with you. Did you guys have winds out there like we did this week?
We did. It sounds like you had them worse, but we definitely had some winds. Yep.
Yeah, they were when it started, the report started to come in, and we could feel it and see it, and what's going on. And they were going, 90 mile per hour winds, 100 mile per hour winds in the valleys and in the mountains. It was all of that. Some of our neighbors, we didn't lose tiles off the roof, but of our house,
wow.
but some of our neighbors did, and I mean, like,
yikes.
Lots, and right before the show, one of our neighbors, I looked over and they had a whole work crew up on the roof because we've got rains coming in this weekend.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, we're having a fair amount of little weather here in Southern California.
It was crazy. It was crazy. What's on your mind tonight, Carrie?
Hey, well, I just wanted to start the year off right, and a Fader Night call is the best way to do that. So thank you for taking my call. I'm staying super positive. I'm always pretty positive, but I'm just going to ride that vibe. And I'm so grateful for your show because it is a forum and a platform for all of the Fadernauts to call in and be accepted, no matter who they are and what walk of life. So that's really a beautiful thing, and that helps spread love and positivity. So thank you for all you do for all of us and creating this forum where we're not ashamed, whatever our experience has been, high strangeness, aliens, ghosts, whatever, that you welcome people to come in and share their stories and they feel they can be heard. And that's healing, and that's higher consciousness. So thank you.
Absolutely. I mean, that's exactly what this show has always been about from the beginning. And, this is, I have, as you were just saying all of that, a thought popped in my mind. And one of the things that we have always tried to avoid on the show is politics, anything that divides people. And we know what we just went through in the last year, if not the last 4 years. But we spoke about that
way before, because I know that the Fadernauts are all different. But we're here together on this show for our own reasons, right? That we're drawn to this thing. And I didn't want to have the Fadernauts to fight amongst each other. I didn't want to see that stuff getting into into Twitter and arguments and phone calls. And so we just avoided that. And the Fadernauts understand. They know that they're all different. But there's just no reason for it. There isn't. Nobody out there in the media followed my lead. And so this is my point. I'm wondering now that there is because there isn't enough to feed the fire right now in the media. Are they going to continue to push the divide with other BS, because they don't have it now, right? They don't have it. Right. There isn't anything to fight about. So I don't know. It's going to be really, really interesting. How are they going to? Who brought this up the other night on the show? I know that Greg House mentioned it. And we had somebody else on. In that, the media knows that hate and fear
sells. I think Apollo. I think last night. Yeah, I think Apollo.
Apollo mentioned it last night. That's what drives all of this, right? For them, they think it does. They think it does, right? But now they don't have it. They don't have it.
And it's a good opportunity for all, no matter what side you're on, everybody to take a look at this and say, don't be hijacked by some station needing ratings, right? Or some, don't be hijacked. Don't be a victim of that. Get your news from 10 different sources and make your own decision as best you can is what I like to say. And just keep it positive. I'm like, just keeping it positive, just hoping for the best. And I really feel, like you said earlier, we've turned the corner, we're turning the corner. And sometimes it's a little darkest before the dawn, but that we are arriving at better times. And we must all keep a positive attitude and send, positive prayers and energy and vibration to each other to keep the momentum going and to not go down any, negativity rabbit holes, and just to, love is the answer. No matter the question, no matter the challenge, no matter the situation, it's the same lesson over again. As simple and as complex as that may be, love is always the answer. And everybody here on Fade to Black feels the love. I mean, we all feel your genuine energy, Jimmy. You come into the show, even though you had COVID, you can't quite remember those shows. You were showing up, and your energy energizes us, creates this platform. And like Billy Carson, would be so proud, we're all little by little increasing our higher level of consciousness from shows like this, from your energy, from all the Fadernauts, from all the calls, all your amazing guests. And I just finished Dolan's Alien Agenda book. Very interesting read, I might add.
It's a good book. It's a good book.
It's a good book.
And for Richard to go out of his normal comfort zone, because everybody, we know Richard, and he's just, I always say he's so black and white and pragmatic, but he is. He's a historian, that's what he does. And for him to venture out into this, he's thinking about the stuff all the time. He's exposed to it, but he doesn't necessarily write about it, and he doesn't talk about it. And this is the first time I remember when I read the book. The first time I was like, "Is Richard really what? What's the name of this next chapter? What?" and good on him. And I was happy that he did the book. It's a really great read for anybody. Now, I wanted to ask you this before I let you go. So you bring up a very interesting point, though. What do those out there that fell for the conspiracy theories that were spread, and it's about and it's broad, but it's the voter fraud, right? It's I'm just going to lay it out there for everybody. It is Trump was going to call up the National Guard on Inauguration Day. He was going, before they were going to arrest Kamala and Biden before they took the oath. That the arrests were going to happen. Everybody was going to go down. All of the, all of these things, right? Click, 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 click. And I was watching what was going on in the comments, and everybody's like, "Here we go. It's going to happen. It's going to start at 8 a.m. on January 20th." And I'm watching this, and nothing happened. And if you go to the list all the way down for everybody out there that nothing happened, where are they now? Where are they now? Not where are they now physically, where are they now mentally? To know that they were completely snowed. Completely. They were driving to work. Man, the arrests are happening in 3 days. They're driving, they're tweeting, they're posting, it's going down. It's going down. Everything, and living their life in this tunnel visioned zone from everything that is around them, and then nothing happened. And nothing is going to happen.
It's going to be peaceful.
Trust the plan. What's the plan now? Right? I had a phone call. I don't want to expose what's going to happen next week on the show, but we've got a very special guest coming in on Monday.
I'm excited.
And so I will speak about this on Monday. But I'm not gonna tip my hat because it's pretty cool. Okay. Anyway, so I'm speaking to this guest.
I can't even squeeze like one clue out of you.
No, I can't do it. Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. So anyway, he says to me, he goes, "Hey Jimmy, do you know about so and so?" I said, "Yeah, I do. He's got a huge YouTube channel, right? 1 million followers, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said today that that Biden is their guy. Right? That it's no longer Trump.
It's an inside job.
Right.
It was all covertly.
This is the plan, and it's now Biden is the guy. Biden is going to be doing this. That it was the plan all along for Trump to get out, and they needed to get Bernie in. And I'm just thinking they just got to. They can't let it go. Right? They can't let it go. They've got to figure out another way to prolong things and to continue this, because for everybody out there that was spreading these conspiracy theories and getting all those clicks aren't there anymore. So how do you do it?
Well, you know what? I say anything that can turn the horse around in a positive direction and create some unity. If they want to say Biden is covertly their guy, all right. Hey, I think it's an onus on every American to support their president, as best they can in the beginning, and give them a chance until they, something happens, even though we had what we had, last 4 years. So I think everybody's kind of taken a fresh breath. And, I've been snowed before in my life. It's usually a guy that told me, I was the only one, right?
Yeah.
And then you find the lingerie in the drawer that's not yours.
Oh.
So, I've been there. So, I've been snowed and it sucks, but you kind of see the light and you move on. And you heal and,
man.
You move on.
So
you move on.
So you weren't the only one that's been snowed.
No.
Unfortunately not. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I don't expect people to admit things publicly or say things or think. No, it's a very difficult thing to be embarrassed and to know that you were taken in by something. We've all done it.
Right.
We've all had it happen. I've had things happen to me publicly on this show over the years, and it's just like, you know what? Sometimes you just got to rip the Band-Aid off. You've got to. Unfortunately, I'm out there. I'm in the public, so when things happen around me, it's rather obvious. So I'm different, but the amount of people out there that got taken in by not only Q, but all the other stuff that goes along with it. I feel this is we can't embarrass these. We can't say things. We can't do that. We have to understand that we can all we can all be a victim. We can.
We can. And it's time for compassion for each other, no matter what your view is, and for everybody to just kind of take a breath and, start anew, give a fresh perspective, give a new chance, find common ground, if it's one or two things, and build from there. And believe that, from this we've learned, we've grown, and we will, move forward and, find that having an American perspective that, goes to both the right and the left, that can share these genuine tenets of what it's like to be an American, freedom, just living in a country that gives you the freedom of what America does, and start there and move forward. And I think that we are all on the right, looking in a positive direction that's going to take us very far this year, and that we need to come together to get past this pandemic in all ways, and to help each other, and to move forward, and to just be kind and compassionate to each other. And just a message of love. Love thy neighbor.
That's right. And spend money. Spend money.
Spend money.
Spend money.
Spend money. I agree. And I do a lot of online shopping every day, and I am stimulating the economy. And I'm happy to do it.
The other day, I went to Subway. And it was in the middle of the day, and for some, I got a couple of sandwiches, and so I step up to the counter, and these two young women are working there, just busting their butt, and
it's a hard job.
It's well, just anything, a service industry in the pandemic, and how you have to adjust to things. Anyway, so I'm just kind of watching, and then I step up. And I'm paying for my food. And I looked down, I said, your tip jar, it's kind of empty. She goes, yeah, I know, but it's the pandemic. I said, oh, man, you know what? And I pulled out a $10 bill. I'm alone. It's just me and them. There's nobody else. I'm not showing off. There's nobody else in Subway now. They're all gone. And I go, guys, here's $10. Pop, pop, pop. Right? And I said, if I had more, I would give it to you right now, but there. And hopefully everybody else will see that in that tip jar and know that.
Absolutely. And everybody's going to pay that forward.
And I said to them, there was $1 and two quarters in there, right? It's like $1.50. And it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I said, I asked them, I said, is that for the day? And they said yes. So you're not emptying it out? No. But I said,
it's hard time,
man.
So many people, and
yep. If I had $100 bill, they would have got it. But I only had a 10, and that was
You're
it.
A good man, Jimmy.
But they got it.
And I know every one of us want to help each other, and any small way, even if it's I'd say a smile, but we can't see our smiles all the time now because we're wearing our masks to keep each other safe. But smile in the eyes.
Yeah,
it's a smile of the eyes.
Well,
right? You can see a smile in the eyes.
You know what was funny? My daughter came home from work, and she goes, "Can I get some gas money?" And I said, well, I had $10. But I gave it to the Subway ladies earlier today. Carrie, enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much for the phone call.
You too, Jimmy.
All right.
Stay safe.
Be safe
All
and be
right.
well. That's a great phone call right there. Thank you, Carrie. And, yeah, my daughter, Deanna, can I have some gas money? I just don't carry cash these days, and it's just weird. I just don't carry cash. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hello, this is Paul. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Paul. Where are you calling from?
I've called before. I'm from Michigan. How you doing, bud?
What part of Michigan? I don't believe you. What part of Michigan?
I'm near Monroe, south of Detroit.
Okay, all right. Monroe, south of Detroit. What's on your mind tonight, Paul?
Hey, I wanted to say a few things, Jimmy. I'm working night shift, and I work service industry. I want to give you a shout out for that, and I love that movie, Pay It Forward. I wanted to say a few things too. I'm so glad you're better, Jimmy. You were in my thoughts. I was sending you good vibes. I know that was a while ago, but I haven't called since then. Can you still hear me, Jimmy?
Yes.
Okay, I'm making sure. Yeah. I got another shout out to the gentleman. I didn't get his name. The Native American gentleman that called earlier. I'm a big fan of the whole culture and getting in the spirit of everybody getting along and learning new things in culture. I would highly recommend that people check out the Native American commandments. And some of the things that they do are, they wake up in the morning, Jimmy, kind of like when you said you were sick with COVID, you would wake up and drink your coffee and just go out at the sky. Well, that's the first thing that our Native American brothers and sisters do. They wake up early in the morning and they look in the sky and they just think of everything that they're grateful for. I've been blessed to know a lot of, our brothers and sisters that were, Native Americans. I've met a lot of them in Detroit growing up. I was hanging out in the rock and roll and a lot of the club scene in the 90s when I got older. And I'm a veteran too. I want all my veteran brothers and sisters, and you too, Jimmy, and everybody, just to know the Native Americans, even right now, if you YouTube it, go Google it, check out the Native American 10 Commandments. They are such a beautiful people, but I'm an Army guy. I was in Iraq. I told you about how you were totally right about the NVGs, and I saw so many UFOs over there. It's unreal, and even over Lake Erie. Before anybody can go to Lake Erie, mostly in the summertime. I bet it's guaranteed people are going to see a UFO. But back to that, I want all the veterans out there to know that the Native Americans, you can go on any of their land. The veterans are welcome. You're welcome to their power, and they're the biggest support I've ever seen for us. And they're beautiful people. It's that warrior spirit, I guess. Now, I know the gentleman said, if he's listening, I want to thank him for his service. He was in the Navy, just like our buddy George, and he was in intelligence. I met a lot of these guys in intelligence. I had a clearance, but like I said many times, I've had a lot of interesting things happening, but I wasn't intelligence, But Jimmy, they're just such a beautiful people, and I wanted to tell that gentleman, thank him for his service, and I've actually think I recognize his voice. I wonder if he's listening again, because we had a girl I went to basic training with that's from the same area, and if he knows Running Bear, tell Running Bear I said hi. Paul from Detroit says hi. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about Running Bear, Jimmy. She was in our basic training class, and she sat up and said, why aren't all you guys getting along? We all wear this uniform. We all wear this flag. I mean, she had some of these guys in tears, and she was the coolest person, one of the coolest people I've ever met in my life. And, we all looked at it, and the drill sergeants were like, Yeah, why didn't you guys just say that before? You know, wherever you go in the whole world, you know, this uniform means something, you know. And I've heard you a few times. I'll let you talk now, Jimmy. Wasn't it correct? You had some military in your family too, and you've been around, or you're from Michigan, right?
Well, my family, my mom and dad were from, well, the church clan was from Michigan, yes. And, yeah, my father was in the military. But every time that I say that my dad was in the Army, people picture the Army. My dad was in the Army band. So he was never out there on the front lines or anything. As far as I know, after basic training, he never shot a gun. You know, he wasn't about that. He was a musician in the Army band. But like with the inauguration this past Wednesday, and I'm watching the Army band. I'm pretty sure that was the Army band that was playing there. It was a military band for sure, but I think it was an Army band. And listening to them play, that's what I grew up with. That's what my dad did. And emotionally, I am so connected to the military and what it represents because of how I was raised. And most, and I see this a lot, most Americans, you don't understand what a military family is, what a military wife is, and children, and what goes on. They live on Army bases, they live on Navy bases and Air Force bases, and it's a different way of life. Going to military schools, so you don't really see that. Some military families will live off base. That's what they call it. They live off base, but most don't. And so you are, as a military brat, you're raised in a different culture, and you have a different style of friends, because every 2 years, 3 years, your dad is deployed somewhere else. You pick up, you go, and you move, and you make new friends. And that's the military lifestyle. And that's what I was exposed to. And I didn't get out of that and into civilian life until after high school, and then ventured out. But before that, I was in a military world. So there you go. Listen, Paul, I got to take a break. And thank you for the phone call. Be safe and be well. And I know you're going through winter right now in Michigan, so stay warm. And we'll see you on Monday. Oh, I guess we lost Paul. I'm going to take a break right here. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. More of your phone calls when I come back. Stay with us.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
Always on the edge of the hottest alternative talk. Jimmy Church with Fade to Black. KGRARadio.com.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
Do you want to be an official Fadernight? Of course you do. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. Just go to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com. Fadernauts. When you think about the future of our country and where we're headed, do you wonder about the food supply? I do. Disruptions in the food supply chain could be disastrous, and they usually occur with little warning. That's why the smartest thing you can do today is to stockpile emergency food, water, and other essentials. I personally recommend My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, serving millions of customers for more than a decade. In fact, they're the only source my family trusts for our preparedness plan. You should too. Right now, save 20% off a full 4-week supply of delicious meals that provide 2,000 calories a day. Saving 20% helps too, doesn't it? Especially now. So go to preparewithjimmy.com and get ready. That's preparewithjimmy.com. There's no time to lose. Do it now.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA. KGRARadio.com.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight, open lines all night long. You see the meme with Bernie in the bunker? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And you can see in this meme, you can see the bunker. You can see how complete it is, right? And there's Bernie. But see those two laptops right there? That's 2 of 6 computers that are in here running this studio, and they all run Virtual Shield VPN. You need to get Virtual Shield VPN. Today, it is never been more important for your privacy and for your security. And I've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. And I remember when I broke the news, it was about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, about your credit history may be determined by your purchase history and your browse history. That's crazy. There are suggestions right now that our credit scores might be based on our internet history in the near future. The same way banks use data like income to judge your credit eligibility now is how websites could use internet search history in the future. Researchers right now are studying the relationship between finance and tech, and they found that data from your browsing, search, and purchase history could be used to decide your credit in the future. And right now, we're not doing this in the United States. Other countries are. It's crazy. If you want to prevent this from happening to you, use the best VPN so you can keep your search history separate from your personal data. Right? I highly recommend using Virtual Shield. You can get it right now. Go to virtualshield.com/fade to black. That's all you got to do. And you can get Virtual Shield VPN for 50% off right now today. You can also click on the links in the video description box below. It's right there, Virtual Shield VPN. You can go over to jimmychurchradio.com and click on the banners over there for Virtual Shield. Do it today. All right. Today's Thursday, which means it's Fadernight. Open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. Your calls, your conversation, unscripted, uncensored, unscreened. 747-228-2051. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Rich.
Hey, Rich. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Rhode Island.
Rhode Island?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've ever had a call from Rhode Island before.
I believe it.
All right, Rich. What's on your mind, man?
Well, so I don't catch every program, but I know the topics that you cover and everything, and I've been studying the paranormal and the supernatural and world religion since 2005 when I was in high school.
Right.
And there's I'm seeing something that I haven't seen before, and it's taking place on TikTok, of all places. And now, part of my studying it involved investigations. We had clients, people who were really dealing with some dark issues, and we would set up cameras and everything, but we wouldn't catch the type of evidence that I'm finding being posted on YouTube now within the past 3 years. And it's kind of startling, but
well, what are you seeing what are you seeing on TikTok?
Oh, yeah. All right, so there's a couple people who they post paranormal videos and on YouTube, and they do compilations, and they put a video up, and you determine whether or not it's real or whatever. I went to school for digital media production and videography, and UFO videos and paranormal videos I've been looking into for 15 years. The videos that are being posted, they're random TikTok videos of people, unsuspecting people, and a lot of the videos that have the evidence are just, the manifestations of it are next level. I mean, full manifestations on video. And it's just people who have this behind, kind of in the background. I encourage anybody to look it up. You can easily find them on YouTube. That being said, there's also stuff going on with UFO contact. As I'm sure you know. I don't know. Are you familiar with CE5?
Yeah, I am. I am. I'm very interested in what you're talking about with TikTok. I haven't.
Okay.
I have spent zero time on TikTok. My daughters love TikTok, right? So they're always, but they haven't mentioned anything about the paranormal being on TikTok. I'm sure because TikTok is so big and there's a variety of stuff that's on there, that the paranormal would eventually make its way onto TikTok. What are you seeing there?
Well,
are they ghosts? Are they ghosts?
Yeah, I would say so. Some of these compilations that people are putting out are just videos of people either chatting on webcam with somebody else or doing the silly dancing around, and just people who are not suspecting or expecting things to happen. And a lot of them are, it looks like somebody peeking around a corner, or there's quite a few that are coming out with a shadow being.
This life-saving device stops a person from choking in seconds.
Hold on for a second. Sorry about that. Yep. I just clicked on, here's a video compilation of TikTok ghost videos.
Yeah.
And you can't hear it. Okay, I've got it muted. I apologize for that, everybody.
That's right.
But okay, so I'm watching. Okay, go ahead and continue. I'm just gonna see what's happening here. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there's there will be something that will pop up in the background, and it's happening quite often. And just the video evidence that I'm finding is nothing like I've ever, seen in the 15 years that I've been studying it. And it's something I do as a hobby. Like it's research is fun to me. So I'll look up these videos, and it's kind of mind-boggling. I'm starting to wonder why TikTok, why are all these videos coming out with TikTok and people experiencing these things, and it's very strange to me.
Yeah, I've just watched one that just popped up here. It's a guy dancing on a countertop in a kitchen, and he's shooting this video of himself dancing, and then right there in the background, through the doorway, is it's a full-bodied apparition walks through, and it's clear. You can see through it. And now I'm looking at this girl. She's putting on makeup, and her door opens in the background. That's actually pretty cool. Okay. And
so I just kind of wanted to share that with your
okay. All right. I can see what I'm going to be doing tonight after the show. Thanks, Rich.
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching TikTok videos. Hey, enjoy your weekend, and thank you for the tip. And these will be popping up in the Twitter feed tonight. But this is pretty interesting because this girl putting on the makeup, her door opens. She goes back, and now she's looking, and it's her closet door, and there's nothing in there. She's looking at the ceiling, and that thing opens up by itself. Yeah. Yeah, well, she's pretty freaked out.
There is one YouTube channel that I could suggest. Could I?
I can't vouch for the channels, so I would. But anybody can go. I just searched TikTok ghost videos, and that's all I did. I searched that on Google, and I've got loads of them.
There's a lot.
I had no idea that this is going on. Here's another one. Yeah, this is people like to dance on TikTok. I can see.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. This is freaky. Okay, this is cool. Thank you, Rich. Enjoy your night, my man.
Problem.
Really appreciate it. Be safe out there in Rhode Island.
All right, you too.
Right on. Great phone call. Great tip. In that I literally have spent zero time on TikTok. I know nothing about it. I know that my daughters are all into it, and they're constantly showing me different TikTok videos. But I'm watching a compilation, and this is a bunch of this is some creepy. This is good stuff. I had no idea this was going on. Yeah, all right. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, my name's Dan.
Hey, Dan. Where are you calling from?
Energy practitioner.
Where are you calling from?
Self-mastery energy practitioner. I'm calling from Chicago.
All right, right on. You know, I'm from Chicago.
I know that. That's cool.
I was born in Waukegan.
Wow, that's awesome.
What part of town? Where are you from?
LaGrange.
Okay. I was born at Great Lakes Naval Station, the Navy base that's up there in Waukegan, just north of North
I know where
Chicago.
that is. I've been there.
Yeah, you've been there. Oh, cool.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I was a CB, like back in the cadets when I was in high school.
Well, and that's where all the training is. So is that what you did? You went there for some classes?
Yeah, like training way back in the day.
Yeah.
I just turned 40 yesterday, so
happy birthday.
That was a while ago.
Happy birthday.
But I talked about some paranormal energy abilities that I can do.
What can you do? What can you do?
I can perform telekinesis, psychokinesis, aerokinesis, telepathy. I can do all these energy practices towards the perception and the five senses of perception and the subconscious and unconscious mind, and I teach people these practices. I study meditation for about 25 years in traditional Japanese martial arts called ninjutsu, so the ninja. So I can do some crazy paranormal things. I put it on my YouTube page and Survival Ninja, and also, my Facebook page, Survival Ninja, and my own personal page. All this disclosure stuff. I have made ET contact. I have physical proof, not like a lot of these other people that just talk about it. I actually have the physical proof, and also I show the abilities and teach them, and people are like blown away. So, and they learn it. And it's on my Patreon, and pretty awesome stuff I do.
Okay, hold on for a second. What was your Facebook page called?
Survival Ninja.
Survival Ninja. Okay, I'm going to look it up right now. Okay, let's see. Everybody else's too, by the way. Survival Ninja. All right, let's see. Okay, is that you? Is that you in the picture?
Yeah, that's me in the picture.
With the beard, right? You can just say yes.
Yes, that's me right there.
Okay, all right. So see, now I know who I'm talking to. Self-mastery, energy practitioner, specialized in meditation, remote viewing, quantum remote healing, telekinesis, aerokinesis. What is that? Does that mean you can fly?
Aerokinesis is a perception towards harnessing the wind and like moving, like you start with a windmill, and then you move up to harnessing the intention of other things within this field of energy that you manifest towards your aura. So your aura is like built towards the foundation of a system called the chakras, what people use in different modalities. And you build these systems within, and it's called chi, life force energy, and you can expand this outward, this aura. And you mostly use this windmill for target perception. So you harness this target perception of this windmill towards the colors in the five senses, that correspond into this energy field that you work with. And basically, you can harness this thing with almost like a gravitational field, and you can spin it one way or the other, and you can also stop it with the intention, with just from a distance, because you train your perception this way. So it's all about altering the perception of reality and manifesting the world right there with you. And people, see it, even if they don't believe it, they're still physically seeing it. It's pretty mind-boggling.
Well, I'm going to do you a solid. I'm tweeting it out right now. Boom.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
You're awesome.
Oh, man, you're awesome. It's a pretty interesting page here. You've got a lot of videos. You got a pretty good follower base, too, as well. Yeah, right on. I'll go back and take a look-see through. You got a lot of content here. You've got a lot of stuff.
I try to really put it towards honesty, bus policy, really teach a lot of meditation, energy practices, help war veterans that suffer from PTSD, and children that have anxiety, depression, teach them mindfulness meditation, also, awareness meditation, peripheral awareness, all sorts of meditation, grounding practices to help their mind get calm, in the, situation of what we're dealing with right now with the whole pandemic. So
yeah, that's pretty solid stuff. All right, well, you just got tweeted out, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm also a woodworking artist. I build all sorts of man cave stuff.
Right on.
I do. I build all sorts of man cave stuff. I have a wood shop, and I love doing it, man. I used to build stage for props and stuff like that for small budget films, and also small stage cover bands in Chicago.
Now, let me ask you really quick before I let you go. Telekinesis. So, can you move stuff?
Oh yeah, I show it right there on my page. If you check it out, those videos, there's a lot of highlight videos, and I move peanut butter jars. I move all sorts of stuff. I can do it 0 point too. So 0 point is more like the intention of just harnessing this intention, and then the object just moves. So I move like all sorts of things. I mean, I move big windmills towards harnessing more of the intention. It's pretty wild stuff. It's pretty mind-boggling, and only 5% of the world knows about it. And also I can send energy, quantum, with my own aura to send through space and time to a person doing remote healing, and they actually feel this intention, and this light particle energy heals I believe so far with doing my research towards even some scientist from the University of California has told me towards quantum physics, the particles are actually accelerating towards healing the human body, towards the cell, regenerating the cell tissue within the plasma. So I'm able to send this energy out, and I'm able to heal a lot of people from the coronavirus symptoms recently.
Yeah, this is a pretty solid page, man. You got a lot of stuff here.
Thank you.
Very interesting, Dan. Thank you so much. I'm going to go and watch some of these videos. All right?
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you.
Enjoy your night, Dan. Thank you so much, and stay warm up there in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Thank you so much, man. Have a great weekend. And pretty solid page. I did pop it up there in Twitter for everybody to go and check out. Pretty cool. Thank you so much, Dan. That was a great phone call right there. And yeah, I've always wanted to move stuff. Right? See if I could move it. I could never. I'm not so sure. Okay, Rita. All right. That's pretty good. The chi is out of alignment. I do like the Bernie at Conscious Life Expo. Everybody, I want you to go to consciouslifeexpo.com. Go to consciouslifeexpo.com. Get signed up. We only have 30 days. This is a huge event, and when you look at everybody that we've got speaking this year at the Conscious Life Expo, it's pretty amazing. It's a virtual event. Go over. It's inexpensive. It's inexpensive. Just go get your passes together. There is a virtual mall. Once you get your passes, you'll be able to create your own. What's the word that? What's the word? I'm brain freezing right now. But you get to create your own character, whatever that word is, and go through the virtual mall and go and hang out and meet. I'm gonna do mine, and I'm gonna have myself walking around. I'm gonna be hosting all weekend. Friday night, Adam Apollo will be the keynote. On Saturday night, I'm going to be interviewing one-on-one Richard Dolan on video. So you're going to want to catch all of that. We've got some amazing panels set up. We've got 2 different channels. We've got some really cool private things that you can go and do. So go and get signed up. Go to consciouslifeexpo.com. Also over at jimmychurchradio.com, we've got advertising right there, and you can go and click on it. Let's get back to the phones. Hi, Avatar. That's the word. Thank you for that, IPD. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, it's Corey from Oakland, California.
Hey, Corey. How are you tonight, man?
I'm great. How are you, Jimmy?
Is this the avatar of Corey, or is this the real Corey? I just want to know.
Well, I could show you one.
I know.
But I usually show Rita, and I show you, everybody says I nailed it on my avatar. It looks kind of like me. It looks actually a lot like me, I think. I wear the same clothes, whatever.
All right. See, this is the thing. Avatars, I can't believe I spaced on the word. Avatars are a thing. I haven't done a Jimmy avatar, but I think I should go and get it done.
Well, some of my friends, they do avatars who look nothing like them.
No, but isn't
the Bitmoji one?
Yes, I know. Is it the way that they want people to perceive them?
I wonder about that. I don't really know. Some of them have blue skin, which is kind of really cool because I'm like, alien, cool. And but then that's not why I'm calling. I wanted to call because I know you're going to go to a break soon. I can tell.
Yes, I am. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I have a quick thing to say. I made a mistake, and I want to tell everybody about it, including you.
I'm waiting.
That is,
I'm waiting.
Okay, I did something on Twitter, and I didn't go to Twitter jail. I just made an opinion about something that had to do with somebody who also had a radio show, not yours. And it wasn't that nice, but it was just an opinion about, I'll just say, ratings. And that had, nothing to do, because I listened to that person like every day during the day, because I listen to your show every night, of course. And I wanted to just let it out there and just be like, hey, I wanted to not apologize to what I said, because I actually apologized to that radio show host. And that radio show host got me to listen to you. And that is a great legacy, and I just appreciate it, and I appreciate that person for what that person did because that person likes you a lot, and I know you like that person as well. So, also, how about the Go BT?
Go Beckley Tappy. Go Beckley Tappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we not saying that anymore? I kind of thought that.
Yeah,
that might have been
look, we're going to swing back to it.
Kind of
at the time, and I want everybody to understand, at the time when I stopped it, there was a lot of emotions going around in the Armenian community with what was going on their border over there. And it was a very dark time. And so,
I know.
And so for Rita to hear me say that all the time, and everybody, it was something that out of respect to Rita,
scratching on a chalkboard.
Yeah. Out of respect, I just stopped. And I did notice. Trust me, I see what's going on out there in social media, and everybody was asking, what's going on? Why doesn't Jimmy say it anymore? What's going on? And I know that it became
fade to black.
Right. And I know that it's part of the community, and people love saying it, and it's brought everybody together. And now that things have chilled out over there, I'm not as uncomfortable as with it as I was, but we'll have to ease back into it. It's up to Rita. It's up to the Armenian community. And if it's not offensive to them, well, then I'm cool with it. But out of respect to the Armenian community, that's just the way that it played out. That's all. So there you go.
I get it.
I'm glad you came clean.
I know. Well, and I still wanted to say I hope nobody took offense, and actually I apologize to the person. That person. I'm sorry. So anyway, it was politics on my part, dude.
Yeah.
It was because I didn't like the way he portrayed I said he. Damn, I meant person.
Oh, yes.
Radio in a way, and I felt a little bit offended, but at the same time, guess what I do? I listen to the person all the time because he's a good friend of yours.
Right.
And you're a good friend of his. And anyway, it's been years and years and years. So anyway, thank you. Thank God for you.
Yeah, there you go. Corey, enjoy your weekend, man, and fade to black. All right?
Thank you. And fade to black. And by the way, everyone, I am eating pizza nowadays after the surgery, so I'm good.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Behave and be well,
black.
Corey. Behave, man.
All right.
I'll talk to you.
Jimmy.
Thank you, Corey.
Bye, Rita.
and Rita just tweeted out the times haven't changed. So there you go. Fade to black.
Oh.
I'll talk to you, Corey. All
Fade
right,
to
man.
black.
Bye.
Bye.
And I don't know specifically what Corey is referring to, but he felt the need to come clean, right? And I respect that. I respect that a lot. And I have got to. Wow, I am up against a break right now. I got it in. Fade to Black, 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. It's Fadernight, open lines all night long. I'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. This is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station. Salt Lake City, Utah. Van Buren, Arkansas.
Why is it we're not very good with our health regimen until it's too late? We don't put oil in the car until the engine blows up. When the body's out of balance, your health is not so good. Give your body some love. Log on to GetTheT.com. That's GetTheT.com. Try our Life Change Tea, which cleanses you from harmful intruders. A clean colon is one of the ways to bring the body in balance. We also carry organic supplements to help you get where you need to go. So do your body a favor. Log on to GetTheT.com. That's GetTheT.com. You can even visit our sales page to save some dough. Does anybody call money dough anymore? Anyway, if you're looking for short, helpful health tips, go to YouTube and punch in Health Matters Now. That's Health Matters Now. So, log on to GetTheT.com, shop, get balanced, then learn some cool tips at Health Matters Now. You'll be glad you did. That's GetTheT.com.
Your contact for current news and trending topics. KGRARadio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from Rivermoon. Just click on the Rivermoon Coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B Blend.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRARadio.com.
When you're in the house for longer periods of time, you can see them flying or running across the floor. Ooh, yuck. They're unhealthy, gross, and disgusting. Bugs. I loathe bugs. We keep a clean home, but occasionally bugs show up. Well, I found something that is tougher than bugs. Orange Guard. On contact, it kills hidden bugs, including ants, roaches, and fleas. Plus, Orange Guard is a residual repellent. All of the ingredients of Orange Guard are on the FDA generally recognized as safe list. Orange Guard may be used around food, humans, and pets. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Orange Guard, available at orangeguard.com, Whole Foods, and Ace Hardware.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why Fade to Black? Because you never got that pony, damn
it. This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fader night. Open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. What a great night on the phones. Man, it's my favorite thing to do. Just hang out. With that, let's go straight back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
How are you this evening, Mr. Jimmy Church?
Man. Everybody, it's Steve from Bluefield. How are you, man?
Doing good, Jimmy. Doing good. How are you tonight, brother?
I am fantastic, man. I'm in a great mood. I feel great. you know, getting rid of the Rona, and things. I'm just in a great mood, and we went through a weird thing this week with the power outage and these winds, and the winds were noisy too as well, and going through that with no power, it was just a strange week. That we got through it. You know, it was okay. I didn't go and buy a generator, and was close to doing that. You know why I didn't buy a generator, Steve? I'm sure you have one, but
yes, I do.
I know you do. And so I was right there. I was like, man, I'm going to go take the Jeep and head up to Home Depot and load a generator in the back of the car and come back. And I thought, well, how do I plug it into the grid? Or am I just bringing in, extension cords from outside and stringing those around the house? I've got to pull the refrigerator out, plug that in. What about the satellite system for TVs? You know, that starts at one part of the wall, downstairs. I've got to get that all the way up. And I was just envisioning, it wasn't as simple as bringing in a generator and like plugging it into the house and you've got power all over the house. It wasn't going to work that way. At least I don't understand. You don't run it to your electrical box outside, do you? Or can you? Can you even do that?
You can, Jimmy. That's how most people in my area of the country that get that have generators, they'll hook them directly into their electrical grid in their home, into their and they'll have like a disconnect switch that will disconnect the power, but there's no power coming in. Your power's out, but you still want to disconnect that, and then connect. You can open up another breaker that gives you the power from the generator into your breaker box, and then disperse the power. But the biggest mistake that most people make is they just simply don't buy a big enough generator, Jimmy.
How big of it?
They don't realize
how many
watts you need.
Yeah, how many watts, like in a normal house, like a 3 or 4 bedroom house?
It's quite a bit. It depends on how many refrigerators you have, how many TVs, and then what do you think is important to you in a time of outage that you want to keep running. You definitely want to keep your refrigerator and freezers and stuff like that running, and it takes a lot. And your heat pump and stuff like that.
Yeah, the air conditioning, the water heater.
That's a big draw.
Yeah. It started to freak me out a little bit, and
but you just need to look at like your electric bill, and it tells you your usage, your wattage usage per day, and you can just figure up off of that, basically how big of a generator you need.
Yeah.
And it's always good just to go a little overboard.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I think I need to look into it and just have the generator there. So I need a transfer switch on my electrical box, right? That's what you're saying? Okay, I'm going to look. There's got to be a YouTube video for this.
Yes, there is. And then one thing about electricity, I tend to try to stay away from that, and I usually hire somebody that's a little bit more knowledgeable about it than me, because I have a saying about electricity, because I've been stung quite a few times by electricity, and it's never any fun.
No.
The first time or the last time. Okay. And my policy is, if I can't see it, I'm not messing with it. And I can't see electricity.
No, you can't. And I'll tell you a funny story. Okay, I'm going to make this quick. I'm at a club doing a show. I'm the promoter, and we bring in a lighting company to handle the lights. And the guy is over at the electrical box jumping into his power distro rack, right? And he's got this cable, and and he had this Allen wrench, and the cable, his jumper cables going to the electrical box were like an inch too short. And he couldn't and I was watching him, and he's got this crescent wrench clamped onto this, like vice grips, clamped onto this Allen wrench, and a big Allen wrench, like a 1/2 inch Allen wrench, right? And he's trying to get the cable in so he could crank down on the Allen wrench and get it into the thing and clamp it down, right? And I'm like 20 yards away. I'm over on the dance floor, and then boom, right? And it was an explosion. And I see the sparks and the smoke, and this guy comes out from the smoke, and I swear to God, on everything that is holy, his face is black. His hair is standing straight up on end like it's out of a movie. He's holding the vice grips with the Allen wrench, and the Allen wrench, it was a 1/2 inch Allen wrench, right? Big Allen wrench. The tip of the Allen wrench was exploded like the end of a shotgun with Elmer Fudd. Right? It was all curled back.
It just melted.
Yeah. And he's holding that, and his arm is like his hand is melted into the vice grips and is black. And he goes, and he looks at me and he goes, "Am I all right?" And I go, "Dude, you need to go to the hospital." And I went back, and everything had fused together. And this is the trippy part. Where the cable was that he was trying to get into the Allen wrench, the set screw, is welded together.
Yeah.
He made it. It's welded. He had to cut it off at the end of the night. He went back and reset the breaker, and it worked. Right? He welded it together. We had power and lights.
I would have been scared to death of that thing, because there's no coating over that at all. Someone wants to touch that, they're going to get lit up again.
I saw it happen, man. I saw it happen. His hair was just like, it was crazy, man. And his face was black. And his eyes, he opened up his eyes were white, but everything else is black. His hand, it was, man, that's a true story.
Did you notice did he piss his pants?
Oh man, I you know what? I don't remember.
Because normally it does cause you to do that.
You know what he said?
You can lose control of your bowels.
I worked with him all night until 3:00 in the morning, right? And you know what he said? He kept repeating all night. He'd come up to me, "I feel better. I feel better," right? I feel better. I don't know what kind of electrical shock went through his brain, but he had 3 words he could use. I mean, it was crazy. "Hey, man, you want a beer?" "I feel better." "All right, okay, all right. So what's going on?" "I feel better."
He's probably going to be like that for a couple of days. He's going to be addled well,
I know.
I mean, let me tell you a quick thing. I'm 13 years old. I'm at the dairy farm. My father was an orphan growing up, and he wanted to take me to this dairy farm where he was raised. So if you go up there, they still took in kids and raised on this farm. So you're going to earn your keep when you go there. I mean, when you sit down for breakfast, it's like 25 people at the breakfast table.
Okay.
And you would get up at 5:30 every morning to milk the cows, and then you'd milk again at 3:30 in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got picked to go to one of the other barns where they were keeping the heifers. Okay. And a heifer is a female cow that hasn't gave birth yet. Okay.
Gotcha.
So that's what's called a heifer. So they keep the heifers separated until they're old enough to breed.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to go over there and feed the heifers with 2 other guys. And my dad's not his natural brother, but one of the guys that he grew up with that was still there and was running the farm now. And they were notorious for playing practical jokes. You know, you better have a tough skin if you're going to be up there, okay?
Gotcha.
So here I am, I'm 12 or 13 years old, and I've got to go over to the silage pit, across the barnyard with 3 5-gallon buckets and get 3 buckets of silage to feed the heifers. And they've got an electrical fence around the silage pit. And I've got to go through that electrical fence to get to the silage. And they're like, don't worry about it. We killed the power to the electrical fence.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
All right.
Well, I'm trudging across the barnyard, and Jimmy, it's up to my knees in mud and manure, trudging across this barnyard. I get to the fence, and I'm like, these guys ain't gonna get me. You know, I know what they're trying to do.
Right.
You know, so I got a little stick, and I'm hitting the wire, making sure it wasn't on. And I kind of look back, and I see one of them looking out the barn door at me. And I'm like, yeah, they thought they was going to get me. So I think that it's off. Okay. So I grabbed the top strand, and I was just going to put my foot on the bottom strand and step through. Well, there was a third strand in the middle that I didn't pay any attention to. And as I'm ducking down from the top strand, my face just happens to catch the middle strand right between my nose and upper lip. And right then, they hit the power. And it lights me up. I mean, lights me up. I fall back in, knee-deep mud and manure on my back. And I am livid. And my whole lip, I was trying to talk and couldn't get nothing out because my lips were numb. And I was cussing these guys, and I turned and looked, and there's all 3 of them are at the door of the barn just laughing at me, calling me every name in the book. You dumb hillbilly.
Oh, man.
So I get up, and I just take the stick, and I just knock the electric fence down. I'm like, y'all ain't playing, I ain't getting it again. And walked through and got the silage. Then I had to fix the electric fence. But that's what I got stung good.
Man, I ain't laughed that hard in a long time, Steve. Oh, that's funny.
It caught me right between my nose and upper lip. That wire just happened to hit me, and it was, instant. As soon as my face hit that wire, they hit the power, and Lord have mercy.
Oh,
and
man.
for a millisecond or two, you don't realize that you're getting shocked, really. I don't know if your brain, because of electricity, it's blocking the electric pulses to your brain or something. But, you're trying to get away. And it's like you're fighting to get away.
You can't. I remember somebody, I was like 6 years old. I'm a kid. And my neighbor, this is on an army base, and my neighbor, who was older than me, he was about 10, he had an electrical cord that was about a foot long with a plug on the end, and he showed us that we could go up to a house, an apartment on the army base, go to the patio, plug this in outside of the house, and then short out the 2 wires, right? And it would blow the circuit breakers in the house, right? Okay, so this is like kind of fun, kind of funny. And so I watched.
Being on with kids.
Yeah. So we go up to this apartment, and he does it. He goes, plugs it in, shorts out the house, grabs the plug. We go run down and hide behind a tree. We're watching the people come out of the house, right? Freaking out. We're laughing. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, let me do it. So I get the plug, and I go up to we're at another apartment, and I go out and I plug it in. He's in back of us, hiding out behind the trees. What I don't know is what to do. I don't know about electricity. All I know is I grabbed the wires and I go to short them out. I watched him do it, but now I get electrocuted. So I don't know what, I don't know what I'm, anyway. So I'm waiting. I do it and I get shocked. I mean, and I couldn't let go of it. Right. And I don't know how long it lasted. All I know is I watched the sparks for a second in front of me, but I couldn't let go of the frigging, the plug, the cable. I couldn't do it. It was like magnetic. I don't know how to explain it, but I couldn't get it off of I couldn't pull back, and my body's going through convulsions or whatever. But anyway, so somehow I blast backwards and I'm on my butt, and all I know is my hands hurt and like my forehead hurt. And my buddy, the 10-year-old, laughing on the ground. Ha, ha, ha. Family comes out. Some sergeant, some military dude. He comes out. He's yelling at me. He sees the plug in the wall. He knows what we've done. But that was my first experience of getting shocked by electricity. It's no joke, man. It's no joke. It's no joke. No joke. I was scared of it after that. I was.
Oh, Jimmy, there's times as long as it's not real big power, if it's just, like 110, something like that, it's not that big of a deal. You might get stung a little bit. And it's not the volts that can kill you. It's the amps,
right?
That kill you.
and what was weird for me? It kind of like to this day, I trip out when I put a plug in the wall every single time. Every single time. I'm back off of it. I'm holding it by the. You know what I mean? I'm afraid of electricity when it comes to that. I really am. Hey, check this out.
Go ahead.
Okay. There's a weird thing that goes on with musicians, and that is you can get shocked by a microphone. And if you don't have, and you see it all the time, you will see people, guitar players with their guitar, go up and get shocked on their lips on a microphone, and it's gnarly, right? It's gnarly. People have died, right? So anyway, I'm at a club, and this happened to me in Long Beach, at a club down in Long Beach, and we're in sound check, and I've got my guitar on, and we're doing our thing, and I went right up to the microphone, check, right? Got shocked, and I was like, holy crap. And my whole face, I saw it in my eyeballs, right?
Right.
And that was it, man. After that, I don't think I sang backup vocals again in my life.
There was no more mic checks.
No more mic checks, man. No, there's a reason why those little foam things go on over the microphones. It's not there for a windscreen. It's so you don't get shocked. That was it. That was it. It freaked me out.
It reminds me of the movie The Toy Story, or the Christmas Story. The old man, he's plugging all them cords in, trying to get his leg, his leg lamp, plugged up, and he's pulling all them extension cords out.
Home Alone. Home Alone. Hey, Steve.
No, the Christmas Story.
Home Alone.
They had the old man that.
It was Home Alone.
No. Remember in the movie, The Christmas Story, with the boy that was going to shoot your eye out, and his dad.
Yeah.
When he won he won that leg. That was the lamp.
Yeah, the Daisy Red Ryder BB gun.
Right. That movie.
That movie.
His dad won that leg lamp.
Yes.
And then he was trying to get it plugged in where the Christmas tree was, and he was pulling all those extension cords. He had like 50 extension cords plugged into one outlet.
Yep. Oh man, you just reminded me. It's so funny. We all, you and I are telling these stories, and everybody's listening right now. They have the same exact story.
Right.
Everybody's
got
done
something like that.
Everybody has done it. I am nervous when it comes to electricity. I just am. But that story with that lighting guy that blew himself up, that was for real. I'll never forget that. I went back to the breaker box, and this is at a club, so they got like a major breaker box, right? 4 or 5 feet tall.
They probably got 3-phase power in there. They got big power. 220.
He was tapping into 220.
Yeah.
That whole wall was black, man. It was. I think, if my memory serves, I think there was a little mushroom cloud. It was like that.
Yeah, I'm surprised that, he didn't end up throwing like the big main breaker, out on the pole or something.
Those LDs, those lighting guys, we call them hum heads in the music industry. Those guys deal with electricity. The sound guys don't. Right? We're not in that realm. But the lighting company, they've got to have that distro. They've got huge amounts of power that are going into those boxes that they're called distros that have all of the power that are powering up those lights. And it's massive amounts of wattage and amps like you're talking
they've
about.
probably got some kind of transformers or something that they even hook into to get more power, Jimmy.
That's right. Bumping everything up. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, Steve, enjoy your weekend, man. Family safe? Everything good for you?
Everything's good, brother. Everything's good.
It's good to hear your
Just
voice.
loving it. Just want to give a little mention, a little prayer to all the guys and men and women that lost their job that was working on the pipeline. That Biden signed the executive order on the Keystone Pipeline and killed it. Over 11,000 men and women lost their jobs today because of that. Jimmy.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yep. And that's the weird thing when it comes to politics and making decisions like that. They're looking at the environment.
My problem with it is, Jimmy, it's over it's like 70% finished. Okay, go ahead and finish it. If you want to not use it after it's finished, don't use it after it's finished. But go ahead and finish it. Let those men and women finish out their job and move to whatever the next job is. But finish it, and then if you choose not to use it, don't use it. But there's such an asset for the future. There may come a time that America needs that Keystone Pipeline, and it's sitting there not finished.
Yeah, that's right. And those were high-paying, high-skilled labor jobs.
That's right, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Those guys are making well over $100,000 a year doing that. And not only that, there's a lot of people in the communities where they're bringing that pipeline through that they're making a living off of those people. So it's going to affect way more than 11,000 people.
That's right. I agree with you, Steve. Thank you so much, man, and enjoy your weekend.
Jimmy, as always, brother. Thanks for the time.
You're the best. Bunk Steve out there in Bluefield always makes me laugh. Always makes me laugh. He is the absolute best. Let's take our break right here. If you're on hold, stay right there. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. Open lines all night long. All right. I'm your host, Jimmy Church, 747-228-2051. I'll be right back. Stay with us.
You are listening to my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I take Life Change Tea supplements every single day. It's what I do. Click on their banner at jimmychurchradio.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roasted to the dark side of fade to black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I am a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app. Free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Erica, Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way. KGRARadio.com.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight. One segment left of your phone calls. Everybody that's on hold, stay right there, and I will get through everybody. All right? I will do just that. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
My man. My brother from another mother. This is MJ from PD, now in the OC.
MJ from the PV, now in
from Point Dune, Jimmy. How you doing? As you nicknamed me, Tenacious.
How are you, man? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's, bro. I'm trying to look at it with a bit of optimism, and I don't know. It looks like we're taking a little bit of break from the craziness, and I'm not going to get into the state of who's running the country or the fact that they say that this vaccine is safe without doing the testing or all the chemtrails that I see. I thought I'd go in another direction tonight.
Sure.
Let's keep it light. I just wanted to tell you something really cool that I don't share with too many people that happened one night when my wife, her sister, and her dad, visiting from Mexico, were coming back from a casino in South Orange County. And this is something that I checked with a few people and didn't tell them before they told me. And the similarities were striking. And I was wondering if maybe you've ever heard of anything like this. So here we go. We're coming up Niguel Road in Laguna Niguel. And there's a bus stop bench, which is on the
east side of the street, and on the other side of that bench is a huge ravine where, you know, you could have several, whatever, fox, deer, coyotes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 35-mile-an-hour zone, and we always go real slow there because there's always motorcycle cops that, no matter what time of day or night you're driving there, it's overloaded with police with nothing better to do. And as we're going by, as we're approaching this bus bench, and we're going, like I said, about 35 miles an hour, believe it or not. My wife is a very cautious driver. And we look over on this bus bench, and there is the weirdest freaking thing. I mean, it caught everybody by surprise, and we all kind of just looked at it rather than made comments at first. And what we saw was a hunched over. This is 2 a.m, I might add, because we left there about 12:30, and it was about 2:00 in the morning when we approached. We're pretty close to our house, and there was a figure with like a black cloak, all dressed in black, hunched over, looked female by the posture, and it was like not a person. It was a person, but it didn't look like a person. It looked like, honestly, it looked like a witch. And as we were going by it, the head came, like the chin was down in the chest, and the head comes up slightly, and you can see almost like green glowing eyes. And we all of us, we're sober. All of us are going, whoa, what the hell? And they're from Guadalajara, Mexico. They're kind of more used to some weird stuff like this than I guess we are in Orange County. And they said, oh my God, es un bruja, which means it's a witch. And I swear to you, bro, it was not like we're looking at an old homeless person on a bench. It got all of our attentions. And when that head tilted up and you could see these green glowing eyes, we almost pooped our pants.
Right.
4 adults. 4 adults.
I did.
So,
what happened? Did she run away? Did she stay? Did you drive past?
This is the funny part. So we're like, the father, Irma's father, says, you know, he's a wise guy. He's been through it all. The guy is tough as nails. He'd walk from a ranch in the top of San Miguel above Guadalajara, the city, and walk down to town like it was nothing, which is like 20 miles. Just a tough guy. He's made his own life, had 13 children. And he said, don't look again. Well, of course, we all look back. This is probably about 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 seconds in real time. We look back and there's nothing on the bench. There's nothing on the bench. We go about another 200 to 300, 400, 500 feet up this hill, still in the residential community. And not a coyote, but a larger than a largest German Shepherd you've ever seen, that looked like a wolf, runs parallel to the car on the sidewalk and runs across the front of the car while we're doing 35 miles an hour and looks at us with green eyes and disappears into the bushes on the other side of the street. We were so freaked out, I can't tell you, and we all came to the same conclusion, that this had body changed or shape shifted. I'm not kidding you, Jim. You know,
yeah, right on, man. That's a Class A experience.
I swear to God, and I've talked to other people without telling them what I experienced. And one of them being my brother, he said he almost told me the same thing verbatim up in Bakersfield, where he lives up in Porterville. Same thing happened to him. Now,
yeah, and no video.
I'm trying to keep it light, but I swear to God, Jim, this was one of the freakiest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
I've seen UFOs. I've seen it all, bro. But that little experience has never left me. Like, it's imprinted on me. That was about 4 years ago.
I had a mother and daughter privately tell me, and the daughter was about 20 years old. So mom was, 40, 45, 50 years old. And they told me this story that they were driving in their car and they saw, it was at night, and I think the daughter said at the time she was about 15 years old. Mom's driving. It's the two of them. And at night, and then this figure was out in front of them, ran or stepped out, somehow came in front of the car. They stopped their car, and this figure was standing in front of them, but in the middle of the torso, and again, it was cloaked, like had like long black clothes on, but in the middle of the torso, it was glowing red, the whole torso. And I was like, what? And they both told that, and they never had any paranormal experiences, nothing like that, no UFOs. Just this one event happened this one time. And I think they said it continued crossing the street and walk, and mom's freaked out. She floors it, and they speed off home. And but they were like, man, that was just so crazy. Remember? And I was listening to the two of them recount the story with each other, and it was a real event. It really happened, and they couldn't explain it. They don't know what they saw, but it was weird.
Yeah, we all got home, Jim. We drove home, which this happened about 5-6 minutes from finally we were getting home. Our house was only about 6 minutes away up in Laguna Niguel Highlands. And come on, man, it's 2 a.m. We were at the casino from probably about 7 o'clock till 12 o'clock. And just enough for her father, to experience one of our local casinos. It's pretty player friendly, and they have bands there, and we thought he would like it. And we, all four of us, now, and we're not motivating each other. All four of us were so freaked out, we didn't sleep till probably 4:30 in the morning, just sitting around going, did you see?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I swear to God, that's freaking weird, Jim.
It's a great story, and that's a perfect thing to share with our audience tonight on Fadernight, MJ. Thank you so much, my friend. Be safe and be well.
Jim.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah. You too. Tell Rita we said hi and all the kids, and stay safe, brother. Thanks a lot.
All that and much more. Thank you so much, my friend. And we'll see you on Monday. When you have an experience like that, where the family shares it, just like the mother and daughter that shared that story with me. I mean, and I'm listening to the two of them remember all of it and go through it in stages. They saw what they saw, and like Michael and his family, that's a family experience that they can share for the rest of their lives. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy. It's Deb from Sacramento.
Hi, Deb. How are you?
Great. Last time you and I talked was Christmas Eve, so Happy New Year.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, and you know what? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Today's 1/21/2021.
Right, and I was thinking when you said that, what about 2/20/20 last year? Why are only ones significant? Is that because of the 1-0 pattern that people always analyze, the ones and the zeros? Is that why you focus on ones? I was just wondering.
No, I just looked at the string together. 1/20/2021. It just looks strange to me. It just looks strange. I was just surprised that social media wasn't lighting up today. Like, look at these numbers, 2021, but nobody mentioned it. So I guess it didn't really stick out to everybody like it did for me. But there you go. So
yeah. Well, I wanted to say, again, Happy New Year. And my hopes for this year moving forward is no matter what happens in the United States or throughout the planet, I know we're going to be okay. I'm very positive. I have a real peace in my heart about everything that's going to happen moving forward. And I will not let my lack of communication or lack of patience, which I certainly need to work on right now, and I am, or lack of listening and understanding to others, or lack of judgment, withholding judgment. Those are things I think that we all need to work on to be able to communicate, to learn to love each other.
Yeah.
And that's certainly my goal.
Yeah, you're right. So you're admitting to a lack of discernment.
I didn't use the word discernment. You did. Don't put words in my mouth and laugh at me, Jimmy. That's not nice. Come on now, be an example.
I'm behaving. So
I can tell.
What's on your mind?
I've been wanting to talk Bigfoot. I've been wanting to do a Bigfoot update here.
Okay.
And on Christmas Eve when I called you, I told you I was at my cousin's house. Now, this is the fireman. Okay. So I wanted to pump him for information. I thought, well, what can I do to get more information? So I pulled him aside, at the right time again, in one of the rooms, quiet. I said, hey, there's something I want you to listen to. And I played our call for him. I queued it up. I had it ready to go. And it was our conversation that we had about, what do they do with Bigfoot bodies when they find them? And you were asking, well, who do they call and what do they do? Carry a 600-pound body through 5 miles through the burning tundra and da-da-da-da. And, he listened to the whole conversation. He was very serious listening until we came to that part. And he was laughing when you asked, well, who do they call? I go, why are you laughing? He goes, well, hold on. Let's complete the call. Let me hear the rest of it. So he listened to the whole thing. And I said, why were you laughing? He says, is it because it's a fringe radio show? He goes, no. He says, not at all. He says, not everything in the world is obvious, and a lot of truth has been kept from people. And the reason I laugh at that part is because what makes this guy think that we have to call anybody? Does he think that we don't find dead bodies everywhere, every day, all the time, and that we're not prepared, especially in the middle of the woods? Come on. I said, well, okay. So can you tell me, any of the questions that we addressed? He says, we have the means to cart away anything that we find. I said, so you don't need to call anyone. He says, well, we don't need to call them, but there are other agencies involved. And I told you before, one of them is the Forestry Services. He says, and another one is a 3-letter agency, and I can't say, but if you guess, I'll nod yes or no. I said, okay.
All right.
And so I started with the CIA. He goes, Debbie, think about the environment. Think bigger. I said, oh, got it. He goes, you got it? I said, the BLM. He goes, that's right, Bureau of Land Management. He says, they have control over all the land in the United States, everywhere. They control everything along with the Forest Service in what we deal with. And he said, so, what do they do with these bodies? He says, well, when they're turned over to the proper authorities, I don't see what they do with them. I said, do you think that they cremate them? And he says, well, if there's nothing left, probably. He says, but if there's something there to study, why wouldn't they study it? I said,
okay,
yeah.
We're talking about Bigfoot bodies, not like human bodies. Okay, so
Bigfoot. We're talking about Bigfoot. That's the topic.
Yeah. Okay, so
I said, so you don't know? I said, so you think they study them? He goes, well, why wouldn't they? I said, well, I would think they would. He goes, and that's good thinking. So, I said, do you have any evidence of any of this? He says, there are reports that are filed and that I have to see. He says, a lot of those, he says, they're all classified. He says, I'm hoping one day all these things will be unclassified. He says, just like they're unclassifying UFO documents all the time. He says, these things are not fringe. A lot of people will laugh and call them fringe. And, just because they don't see it or it's not their experience doesn't make it a conspiracy. And he says, we've been lied to about a lot of things for a long time. He says, what we have to do is just not believe everything we see and look at the bigger picture and not judge people. And, he says discernment's important, but a lot of people, once they think they have the answer, then they put out judgment on other people and, they don't know what they're talking about. They're nuts. He says, and that applies to every area, not just the fringe community. So take that as you will. That's what he told me. He says, and, do you have any other questions? I said, well, a million. He goes, well, that's all I can tell you for right now. He says, but you know what? Keep your eyes open. You're on a good trail here as far as the truth of everything. And, not everything is always what it seems, Deb. He goes, but I'm glad that there are people out there like you that have open minds and use reason, and that there are shows like this that explore these issues because it's really important. And he really loved the call. I said, will you ever call in? He says, maybe when I retire, I will someday, but I can't right now.
Okay, so to be clear, he is saying that, and he's a family member of yours, right?
Yes, he's my cousin.
He's your cousin. You've grown up with him. Okay. To be clear.
No, to be clear, he married my cousin, my first cousin. He married her 20 years ago.
He's your
part
cousin.
of our family.
He's your cousin-in-law.
He's my cousin by marriage.
Okay,
he's my cousin by marriage, but he's part of our family.
I get it, but that's not the question. The question is, your cousin-in-law, has recovered Bigfoot bodies in the forest.
He didn't tell me that he personally recovered them. He said that he knew that bodies were recovered and they have the means to recover them.
So,
and you have to remember who this guy is. He's a fire captain. He manages all these different units and things. Reports are written and submitted to him. He has a lot of information.
No, I get that.
He's very.
I want to tap. I want to tap into this information through you right now. Have you asked him if he has recovered a Bigfoot body?
Yes.
And his answer was?
I can't tell you that.
Right. So that answer is yes.
You can interpret it however you want.
Well, no. How did you interpret it?
I think he has.
Exactly. Okay. But
that's what I think. That's what I think. Did I ask him? Yes. Did he directly tell me yes or no? No, he didn't.
Did you ask him? Okay. See, put on your Jimmy Church hat the next time you're hanging out with him. And
I do.
And just right. And just so when you ask him, has he recovered a body? He says, I can't tell you that. Then your next question is, well, what did it look like? How long was it dead? Was it decomposing? Ask those types of questions. And he's not going to say, I can't tell you. He's going to say, well, yeah, it was decomposing or it was fresh. Or one was just a day old.
We were talking about recovering Bigfoot during fires, burnt Bigfoot.
Right.
Not decomposing Bigfoot. We were talking about the fires and what they recover in fires. That was the topic we were talking about. And we took it back to there. And that was the context of you and I, the conversation that I played for him.
Right.
And so that's what we were talking about in that context.
Yeah, very interesting. So it's the Bureau of Land Management that they call.
I didn't say they called them. He said they're involved with the Forest Service. I just told you, he said, what makes him think we have to call anybody? So if you have 3 units, you have, the fire department, whatever, and then you have BLM, and then you have the forestry services, and they're all interconnected, but they're compartmentalized. Why would you need to call? You just have a process that they go through, right?
Well, okay, but there is a process. There's a method of operation there. And so,
really, do you know what that is?
No, you just told me it's the BLM. And so if, the paperwork's got to get filed. You got to do something. Somebody's got to move the body out of the forest. I mean, and whose job? Okay, let's say it's not Bigfoot. Let's say it's a human body, right? It's a forest fire, right? Somebody has died. Right. Campers have died. Who is moving that body out of the forest?
Well, from experience, when I've seen fires, and unfortunately I saw one right behind my house when I was 8 years old, our neighbor's house burned down and everyone in it died. And you could literally smell the burning flesh in the air. I mean, I'll never forget it. It was horrifying. Well, and so we went, all the neighbors, went around the corner to go see what was happening. And when you have dead bodies in a fire, you have ambulances that come out and they recovered the bodies. They took them out in bags and they pushed people away and put up, the yellow tape. And so I wouldn't think it would be too different for human bodies in the forest. If they didn't need special, I would think a Bigfoot body would need special handling. So they might have special things in play to remove those things, because it's not just a regular human body.
Yeah, well, my thought is, in thinking through this, it's the firefighters. That's who's removing the bodies. You're not, if you're deep in the forest and you've got a fire crew in the forest, you're not calling for a paramedic to show up with an ambulance to recover the bodies. It's up to you to do that. So I would think it would be him, his crew, and
right. I would assume it would be the actual firefighters that actually transport the body wherever it goes.
Now, afterwards, right now, I don't think you have a coroner involved. Now, with the paperwork, and you've got something like this, who are they calling? And that body's got to go somewhere. It's not going to go to the city morgue. It's another federal agency that's going to come in and take that body. And
that's right. Yeah. And it's through the Forestry Service and Bureau of Land Management. Those are government agencies.
Right.
So who do they put in charge of recovering that material and do whatever they're going to do with it? I don't know.
Yeah. And so that is where John Greenwald is going to do his Freedom of Information Act, his FOIA request. It'll be through the Bureau of Land Management. I'm going to talk to him about that and see, because that puts you on a certain path, a certain direction. And that's very interesting. I'm going to speak to him about
I would love it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have absolutely, one other thing I want to add to the story. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that these things are real. I've never seen one, but I believe they're real. There's just been too many sightings. And the work that David Paulides did, he said the first time he ever saw a Bigfoot, when he finally started looking for them, when he saw one, he said he was kind of shocked by their appearance because he saw them looking behind a bush. And right around their eyes, there was a whole bunch of white. And he said they almost looked like raccoons, like a raccoon face, because of all the white around their eyes. Well, recently, when Eric Awakening Man did his show, he sent me some pictures of a baby Bigfoot. And one of the ones that he sent me, I swear to God, it's a picture cuddling with a cat. And it's got, from what I can see in the picture, that same masked white around its eyes. And it triggered me to remember David Paulides and what he said about seeing a Bigfoot. I'm like, that fits in with that. That's incredible. But the other reason that I know this stuff goes on and it's real is because years ago when I worked for FedEx, and one of these days I'll tell you my haunted FedEx story, because it's great and I've never had a chance to talk about it, and that's for another Fadernight. But the kid that I worked with at the time, he'd see UFOs all the time. And this was back in like 2009.
Hey, Deb.
And he'd go,
Deb, I'm 20 seconds over. I can give you about 10 more seconds.
Okay. He showed me videos of all the UFOs. We found documents one night of a manual we were printing. It had a whole chapter for the government on what policemen should do when they recover UFOs.
There you go. Thank you so much, Deb. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Yes, and fade to black.
Fade to black. That's what I'm talking about. That's Deb from Sacramento. Bureau of Land Management has got control over the recovered Bigfoot bodies in a forest fire. Fade to Black's executive producer is Rita Camarion. Show is produced by Hill J. Palmer, Renee, Dennis, and Kevin. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vitoa, Mark D. Kovar, Webmasters, Drew the Geek, music, Doug Aldrich, intro, Spaceboy, SpaceboyMusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network. Syndication is KGRA The Planet. This broadcast owned and copyrighted 2021 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. That cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Everybody be safe. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Fade to Black.